Hi there, guys. It's Keep It Real Blobs. Welcome or welcome back. You ready? You ready to go back into the horror show that is Amberlynn Reed's life? Because mm, I am so ready. I'm so ready. Give it to me. So today we are going to be watching Mr. Snowflake's freaking groundbreaking coverage of Amberlynn's weekend meltdown. Emily came on and has been talking to Mr. Snowflake, and Mr. Snowflake was kind enough to get us the tea on all this nonsense. So we're gonna watch this one, and after this, we're going to be watching the one where Amber reacted to this. So let's go. Hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend. No, we're not out of the weekend. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whenever you guys see this. Hope your weekend really great. Mine was nice. It was nice and relaxing. Made a nice Sunday meal at home. Cooked for the family. It was so nice. So yeah, let's go back in here.
To begin or start?
Hi everyone, this is me
Oh my god, it's Amberlynn's boogeyman.
talking with Emily. Right, here we go. Hi Emily, hope all is well. What made you want to come out now and discuss your time with Amber? Honestly, I was content staying silent for a long time, but I'm tired of watching her dodge any real accountability. She creates her own reality and then expects everyone to play along. The sad part is most people do because they're either scared of her or don't want to deal.
You think living in such a Delulu mindset must be nice or just confusing? I wonder. I bet it's nice sometimes.
With the
It's,
drama. But I hit a point where I just couldn't sit back and watch her keep rewriting the truth. So I say, well, I'm glad you have decided to speak up, so I guess we start at the beginning. I'm guessing everything was fine at the start of the relationship, or were there any little red flags? She says, at first everything was great. I really thought I had found someone who was kind, laid back, and just fun to be around. She was able to carry on a conversation, and it's hard to find these days. Looking back now, I obviously was looking at everything through rose-coloured glasses. She really made it seem like she was this grounded, supportive person. I told her upfront that I was grieving Colleen, and still will be.
I don't understand how you could be interested in Amberlynn and not watch all these videos. There are so much coverage, so much stuff on her, and then think, oh yeah, she's totally normal. That's like the least laid back person I've ever seen in my life.
She said she understood, respected that. She said it wouldn't be an issue at all.
Yeah, grounded and supporting does not adjectives to describe Amber.
That was super important to me for her to be accepting of it. And for a little while, it felt good. We actually had fun together. We laughed, joked around, and it was chill. I genuinely enjoyed spending time with her before she started showing me who she really is. I guess it was a typical scenario of love bombing. After everything I had been through, it was just nice to feel wanted and not so alone anymore. And I say, was it still nice when she came to stay with you? How long was she meant to stay for? Emily says, there were a few little red flags early on, like how Amber would get upset if I didn't FaceTime her for hours every single day. Or if I was busy at work
How exhausting does that sound, man? Oh.
and didn't have time to message her.
Yes, I was very codependent with Destiny, and I can admit that. I can absolutely admit that. I will admit that 100%. I wanted either like a text or like a call just to be like, I love you. My day's been good. That's all. That's all.
You know what? I can totally understand. Just being like, hey, if you want to call me, you can give me a call or a message. Be like, hey, the shift is going all right. I'm thinking of you. Totally acceptable. What she does when she doesn't get that, if she doesn't get that, and like anything else, it's what's not acceptable. You can't just be flying off the handle because one little thing doesn't go well or it doesn't go in the way that you wanted it to go. Like you need to chill out, grow up.
Because I was home alone 24/7. I'm not perfect.
And that I can totally understand. But the thing is, we know how Amber is.
Beck wasn't perfect. Like, I was super controlling of their time, of like their energy. I always wanted them near me. Like, always.
She'd take it personally and get upset. During my first visit to Oklahoma, things actually seemed to go really well, but it was a short trip and we were still in that honeymoon phase. It was during my second visit that things started to feel off. She would get irritated if I checked my phone or responded to messages that weren't about her or focused on her. That visit also happened right after she posted who I was and the doxing stuff that followed, so tensions were high, so I kind of brushed it off at the time.
Oh, remember this infamous video of hers looking all freaking sloppy and greasy, coming on here with no bra on. You know, you do you. You can wear no bras, whatever. I don't care. But to come online like this, it's just.
Thinking it was just stress. But everything really started to change when Emily...
And it looked like she was like really dressing for Emily. Like just being just, well, this is me. This is all fucking 1,500 pounds of me.
...came to visit me. She was originally only supposed to stay for a week or two, tops. It wasn't going to be some extended thing. We were planning on probably around 2 weeks. I think she stayed like 3 months, wasn't it? 3 or 4 months? 2 weeks, because that's when I'd be off work and able to take her home. But by day two, I've only seen these, was it last night? I haven't slept for ages, didn't I? I've only seen these once as I was talking to Emily. So I've probably forgotten most of it. Because that's when I'd be off work and able to take her home. But by day 2 of her being at my house, things already started to shift. It was weird how high-strung she was that early on. Day 2. I don't know what shifted, or it was the change in environment, but she just acted off. She really didn't like that I had a life outside of...
What shifted is that she got you to accept her to come to your house. In her mind, it was like, oh, I won. She's mine. I get to act however I want to freaking act now. She can see the real me. Now it's too late because I'm already here.
Her? I mean, I work 12-hour shifts. I have a family, friends, pets, a house to take care of. I have responsibilities, but anything that wasn't about her felt like an inconvenience to her, and she made that very clear. Well, by day 2, Jesus. I'd get home from a 12-hour shift, completely exhausted from a stressful job, and she'd get upset if I wanted to go straight to bed. She'd say things like, oh, you're not going to hang out with me, or ask me to take her to the casino or go shopping. And if I said no, she'd get upset and compare it to her working on vlogs all day. Oh, yeah.
Someone actually gave me the idea. 3-minute vlogmases. Like, and if you go over 3 minutes, then awesome. That's amazing.
All day, guys. Freaking 3 minutes.
At least you're uploading every single day, even if it's 3 minutes. And I'm like, you know what? That's kind of a good idea.
You know what? My lazy ass is gonna do that.
Saying she still had the energy to do things, so I should too. Amber expected me to be constantly available. If I didn't text or call during my breaks, I'm sure we've done this with Destiny, or if I wasn't giving her attention constantly, she'd get upset or start a fight. I told her in the beginning that I need to be able to have alone time because that is how I decompress from stress. We've had arguments about that before. She visited too, because she didn't like that. She would always accuse me of not loving her and say how terrible of a girlfriend I was. She wanted me to call out of work anytime she was having a crisis, or just felt like she wanted me to stay home.
Are you getting my text? I feel really sick and I am having an anxiety attack. I really need someone.
I think we all suspected that.
Same old.
She was always in a bad mood because of this. If I did anything that didn't involve her directly, she would start an argument. I was exhausted trying to juggle everything in my life, on top of her constantly being mad at me.
Now, Amberlynn comes on and says that all this is lies. It's all lies. But really? Does anyone believe that? It sounds such typical behavior of her.
We'd get into arguments and she just wouldn't let anything go. She would gaslight, deflect, just typical narcissistic behavior. It got to the point where I started going into the other room just to sleep because she wouldn't stop arguing with me when I was trying to rest before.
Imagine having to do this in your own home.
She came into the room and stood over the bed. Ugh.
I'm just really surprised that she didn't just like keep you locked and cornered into an argument all night and you got no sleep. Because if that would have happened with me and her, that's what she would have done with me.
She told me that if I wasn't going to finish the conversation, which was basically her going on and on about how I didn't love her and all this other crap, then said, fine, if I can't have peace from being able to have this conversation, then you aren't going to either. She would then stand next to the bed I was sleeping in and intentionally keep me up all night. I felt like this happened every time she knew I was going to work. Like she was intentionally keeping me up because she didn't like that I was that I wasn't home instead of at work. Emily again? Yeah, this stuff was happening more and more frequently. And then I say, sounds like she didn't want you to work and just spend all day at home with her. I'm guessing she used BPD as an excuse for her shitty behaviour.
What else?
How did I know that? She 100% used, your BPD. Her BPD as an excuse. That's what frustrating me the most.
Imagine having BPD, unregulated, unmedicated, and finding out just betrayal.
If you have to preface what you're gonna say with saying, imagine having BPD, you're already lost, okay? You're already lost. Imagine being an adult woman who needs to be coddled like a toddler.
Betrayal. Like, you go crazy. Like,
You go home, you know?
genuinely go crazy.
Anytime she'd have one of her tantrums, she wouldn't take any accountability and say it's because she has BPD. And she'd be like, I'm not trying to be mean, I'm just trying to tell you how I feel. When she would literally scream at me about something, like taking 4 minutes longer than I said I would.
Did you really set a timer? I did a couple times. Yes.
Taking 4 minutes longer than I said I would. When I went outside to smoke. Alright, I told her she can't use that as an excuse if she refuses to do anything to help herself to get better. She made a lot of false promises of getting into therapy. She told me in so many different occasions that she was signed up and she never went. I remember a video of her saying, oh yeah, I found a therapist here in Wisconsin.
So I have actually found a
I was a dumb. I don't live in Wisconsin.
psychiatrist / therapist who
You can freaking tell how much she's lying in this. You know, her damn shifty eyes and her it's all speaks just freaking. You're not being truthful.
be speaking to. I'm going to be calling. I have not called yet. I have discovered them. I have found them. I know about them. They know nothing about me yet.
And this is me. Yeah, I remember a video where she said she found a therapist in Wisconsin, and I thought, right, she's been awful to Emily, and this is her way of saying, hey, I'm going to get help. Because that's what she did with Beck a lot. I'll work on myself, I'll improve, and it didn't last very long.
So I was going to see a BPD therapist when I was in Wisconsin, but they were located in Wisconsin. And I was a dumb, wasn't thinking at the time.
I was a
and
dumb.
I do not live in Wisconsin. I live in Oklahoma. So now I have to re-find someone.
Just me again?
That is like the dumbest reason she has ever given. Really. It would have been so much better to even say, look, we were having an argument and I just thought maybe I should just look for somebody while I'm up here.
So what would you do all day when you were at work? I'm going to take a guess and say nothing. Lay in bed all day watching reaction channels. How could I have gotten that right? Yep, that was one of her manipulative tactics and staying longer when it was getting to the point where I was asking her to leave. She thought she would get a therapist here, I'd let her stay so she could do the therapy. She did a whole lot of nothing, to be honest. She'd sit around and watch YouTube videos, including reaction channels, all day.
Reaction channels.
Shocking. I did her laundry. Again, I think Casey did all the laundry.
Because me and my mom would do her laundry.
I remember back then I would do her laundry for us. I didn't really like people touching my laundry. I still really don't,
The
but
freaking biggest lie she ever said. Right there, she lost when she said that already. She's so dumb.
I let Destiny do it because
I trust her.
Chris always does the laundry.
I cleaned up after her and took care of the pets. She won't ever let Twinkie or the dogs out during the day when she was home, so I'll come home from work, I have to clean up Twinkie's pee off my brand new floor that I put in. I was really proud of that floor because I recently just put it in and I did it myself, which was a lot of hard physical work. Well, Amber knows about that.
She's claiming property damages because her dog pees on her carpet, and then Twinkie also was peeing on her carpet. They both were
Oh,
peeing on the
baby.
carpet. Like, while we were sleeping, they both. So what I did was I bought this really expensive, I bought 2 of them, this really cool, like, gate type thing that she actually still has up to block the, there was pee pads down as well, just for, like, at night when we were both sleeping, and they both had a mind of their own, you know? Use pee
They had a mind of their own at night. I mean, yeah, that's usually what happens when you have pets. What the way she talks about animals is just so freaking weird.
pads. I actually recently started using pee pads for when I'm sleeping. I have an elderly dog. It just happens. Dogs are dogs.
Dude, the way she can lie so freaking easily. It's so much easier for her to lie than to say the truth, and it's just insane.
Like, I tried to fix it. Like,
But when her dog wasn't elderly, she still did the same thing. That poor dog would never get any exercise.
Genuinely. And then I ended up buying a whole steam cleaner for her. Like I tried to fucking fix it, bro. But it's crazy because she has this cat named Princess, which she keeps trying to throw out, by the way, on the streets, and I keep telling her not to.
She was so okay with that. She was so okay with that until now.
Really wants to fuck around, we can fuck around and find
Like
out.
that.
So I'm fucking done. Anyways, she has a cat that pees all over the fucking downstairs, on the carpet, on the
Oh
chair,
shit,
on the
that's so funny.
couch, on the clothes, on the this, on the that. So stop trying to fucking blame me and my dog for everything in your life because I will literally come for you. Oh,
It literally ruined the flooring because the pee would sit there until I got home from work to clean it. If you remember one of her vlogs, she talked about her responsibilities of letting the pets out.
So on days that Tommy works, especially, like, I have the same, like, morning routine. I'll wake up, take the dogs out, refill cat food, dog food, water. It's just like every day, just my go-to.
That lasted about 2 days. This started a lot of fights too.
It's just back at home in Oklahoma, like, my routine is just a little bit different. So having to form another routine, you know, here in Wisconsin is a little hard.
What do I say? Disgusting. Only time I remember her talking about her responsibility with the pets was when she did the video explaining how Rarity got out.
So usually I take the dogs out and this curtain is usually open.
I'm sure she talked about that stuff before, but I just can't remember. Actually, before I ask you about Rarity, how bad did the tantrums get? What was the worst? If you're okay talking about it, if not, I'll shut my face. The tantrums slowly escalated each time. It started with just her shouting at me, to escalating to her slamming doors and punching walls. Anytime I tried to leave the room, she would block doorways. She was also really jealous. Anytime I talked about...
And imagine having this freaking wall of a person block your exit.
Colleen, I wasn't allowed to share memories or say anything about it really anymore, or she would end up getting really upset and pissed off at me for the rest of the day.
I know how much he loved Colleen and still does. Like, I fully get that. During arguments, she would literally tell me, "You're never going to be Colleen." Like, just saying how much better Colleen was. Like, I had to
That should have been your cue. Scram.
literally compare myself, and I was in competition with Colleen.
And honestly, I think that's pretty shitty of Emily to say. You can't do anything about that. But honestly, Amber, I don't understand why she didn't get it. Go home.
Every single day of my life.
This is not the person for you. You need to work on yourself before you are in a relationship.
That every single day of my life. Every single day that I was with her. But to continuously use Colleen as like a weapon, it
Holy
became
fuck.
awkward for me.
It was really hard, but the worst of the tantrums was actually the night before Rarity went missing. She saw me scrolling through my phone and there was women on my Instagram feed. She flipped out and said I was micro-cheating.
I got really fucking upset. Obviously, anyone, even mentally well people would have been pissed, would have been so fucking hurt. Probably marriages would have been divorced, like that type of deal, okay? So we get in a big fight, duh.
The argument escalated really fast. That was the first time she got physical with me. She threw things at me.
And she ends up throwing the can at my car. Made me mad.
You saying if I could hit someone, I would? Okay. I can throw this at someone's head.
Did Amber throw a glass at your mom?
That is so revolting. You can definitely see, you can see how she would act. She would fucking throw that.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, the fuck? I could take this and throw it? I'm just not a physically abusive person.
I told her I was going to leave the room. She then grabbed my arm and dug her nails into my arm to the point of drawing blood.
All I remember is she got mad and she grabbed my arm. Dug her nails into my arm.
I tried pushing past her to get through the doorway and she pushed back into me and actually falling on top of me.
I remember I tripped over her rug. I landed into her. She fell on the ground. And I'm like, as that's happening, I'm trying to get her. Like,
I'm surprised Emily didn't get hurt there. Whoa. This is a heavy freaking big person. Wow.
she's falling. I go to grab her off the ground. It didn't work out very well. She still landed on the floor. And then she started
I would rather have like a full bookcase full on me, I think. Maybe not that far, but
like hysterically, how come you pushed me? I'm like, what is actually happening?
I mean, I totally believe that. Seeing all that mass just freaking falling into you, and then yeah, I think I would be freaking out too.
like, I don't know.
I don't think she realizes how big she is. She is enormous. We are not just talking about an overweight woman. She is the size of about 2 or 3 hugely obese, overweight, obese women.
It's this whole fucking thing, and I was like, this cannot be real right now.
I said, Jesus.
Oh,
She
well.
says, at
Okay,
that point,
Amber.
I was livid. I told her to go back to Oklahoma, and then I was absolutely done. And this is the night before Rarity, right? It just pissed her off more. She then grabbed a picture of me and Colleen and held it up and threatened to break it. She knew that it was something that would hurt me more than anything she could do physically
Dude,
to
that
me.
is freaking low. That is such a low shit to do.
Like the lowest she could go, she let her apologise and then tried begging for me back, saying that it was her BPD. There it is, At first, she denied that she did any of those things, which that sucked too.
No, I never destroyed her ex's photo. This genuinely cannot. Like, I have never been so gaslit.
And I'm like, am I just imagining the gouges out of my arm? She apologised profusely when she knew that she couldn't gaslight me into believing it didn't happen. At that point, I went to my 12-hour shift after that. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, then you went back to work, I said. Right, here we go. After work, I didn't want to go back home. I was exhausted, drained, and didn't want to deal with her crap all over again. She had been blowing my phone up all day trying to apologise and see if I would change my mind about having her go back home. Okay. After work, I went for a walk to decompress. She was not happy about that and was blowing my phone up asking me to come home. It was about 2 hours after my shift that I got a text from her saying that she couldn't find Rarity. She said she hadn't seen her all day but was just telling me this now. At that point, I came home right away. I figured she was just somewhere in the house and she was just saying that to try to get me to come home. But after I searched the entire house while Amber watched, she wasn't anywhere to be found. At that point, I moved the search outside. I was exhausted, but searched all out.
And Amber comes on and says that she denies this, right? But yeah, that is so believable. So absolutely believable.
Of the night looking for her.
This is the same person that would record bed cleaning and doing things and Destiny and do nothing to help.
I really thought I would find her that night, but it was no luck. I know there's text messages coming up in a second. I'm waiting for that. At that point, I made posters and hung them up all around town to local businesses. I think Amber even said Emily's basically doing everything.
Tommy has made like online posters and put it on different websites and like went outside and we've been like yelling her name.
Posted on social media and
that got me so freaking heated. When she was like, I've been doing nothing but bawling my eyes out. It was all me. I don't even freaking realize. I think I posted this on one of Rachel's videos. I commented this, that I don't think she knows how bad that makes her look. You were doing nothing but crying while your cat is gone. What is wrong with you? That doesn't make you look like we are not going to empathize with that. We're going to be like, what the fuck? Go do something.
Cat pages. Amberlynn's one job was to call the shelter to make a report. But when I called the shelter after they found a cat that was deceased, that kind of matched Rarity's description, it ended up not being her, the shelter told me no formal report was ever filed.
What?
The only info they had was the report from the Lost Pet database that I submitted.
Holy shit.
So at that point, I filed the formal report.
Amber is so freaking useless. Oh my gosh, she is useless. If Emily did say that she's a drain of society, she was not freaking wrong. It was mean, but it's not wrong.
Shelter with her description. But they could call if they had anybody turn her in. I'm sure when we saw the report, everybody was like, oh, Amber's got the age wrong of Rarity, and I'm sure there was something else wrong. I'll have to check.
Wow.
But I guess that would check out if Emily did it. Maybe she would get the details wrong because... So anyway, I think that fits. But I spent hours upon hours driving around looking for her, walking through fields and in between houses. Around my house through the snow. I think that's what everyone thought, yeah. Amberlynn would go in the drives with me, but obviously didn't do the walking around part. Again, I think everybody, said that. I would get so pissed when we were driving because she would have her head buried in her phone playing a stupid Farmville type game instead of looking out the damn window to find her cat.
I have this app on my phone. It's a game. It's called like Harbor Gossip or Gossip Harbor. I don't even know, but I'm like obsessed with it. I've been obsessed with this game, Dice Dreams.
I loved Rarity and she was a sweet cat that would always sleep on my chest. I did everything I could to try to find her. I can't say 100% that she purposely let her out, but given the circumstances, the situation doesn't look good. No, it does not. If it was a ploy to get her to be able to stay in Wisconsin longer, then I guess it definitely worked.
It was a lengthy stay that became lengthier because we loved being around each other, which then became lengthier once Rarity went missing. I was not going to leave her here.
And see the text messages coming up 2 seconds. Me again, I don't know if you're like Amber and keep old messages, but do you have any messages from Amber about Rarity going missing? It's the one after this one. Yeah, I do. I have the message of her initial reporting when she's missing, which is timestamped. It shows that her story that she posted on her vlogs about being missing at 5 a.m. was not correct.
When it happened, it was 5 in the morning.
These are the texts between Amber and Emily. Amber says, "So am I leaving? Wait, I read that wrong. I also have moments where I snap at you. I haven't been able to find Rarity all day." What time is this at? 10:06. "I need help finding her, please. I've been calling her name and looking everywhere all day." Emily says, "I'm afraid to come home, to be honest."
Holy shit.
Amber says, "I didn't go to the back porch."
Don't be afraid.
Amber says, "I didn't go to the back porch." Amber made a whole demonstration video at the back porch explaining what had happened. But here she's telling Emily, "I didn't go to the back porch. Don't be afraid, I'm not going to
I
cause
don't understand that. What were you doing then?
you any stress. You can come home and go into the bedroom. I'll stay in the living room till you wake up for work." 10:26 p.m.
It's the same shit. Same shit that she did with Beck and Destiny when they were reading the text messages. I don't understand how she doesn't see how wrong she is. It's been pointed out by so many people, and yet she cannot freaking fathom why is it that you're acting like this.
If you didn't hurt me on purpose,
Holy
why would
shit.
you regret it? Get real. I don't want you to touch me. Amber says, "I regret anything I've done that has hurt you. I understand." Oh my god, Princess.
See, so the thing is, I regret anything I've done. So she doesn't even know what it is that she's done. I think, or she's just freaking acting up to some reason. Because she is.
Princess is out. Emily's cat. Princess is out. She just went up the stairs into the bedroom. I was so confused for a minute. Emily, can I ask you?
Emily, can I ask you something? Can I have another chance? Freaking what a freaking idiot.
Something. What? Can I have another chance? No. So you want me to pack my bags and leave? Yes. Check snap, please. I've been abused before, and I was dumb to have stayed with her because look what it led to. And Amber says, "I would never do that." I sent a whole video. It's taking forever to send. Anyway, there's the text messages. I'll make another video talking more about it, but I'll keep reading. But yeah, very different to Amber's demonstration video. Funny that.
We get in a really fucking bad argument. She leaves through the glass door, leaves the door open. I did not notice because I did not go near the door. I did not go near the door. I was sitting at the kitchen table waiting for her to come home. And that's when I noticed the cold breeze. Literally left the fucking door open.
The cold breeze. Oh, gosh, shut up.
And she booked it so fast she didn't even close the door. It was just a lot. And my brain
I
was
would too.
like,
Shit.
there's no way Brady got out. We're good. You know, it's like one of them things.
I don't know. I don't understand that. I don't understand what the hell that is. What do you mean? She just said it to herself, and so she said it to herself, so that's it. That's good enough. The fuck?
Day. When I was like, something really just does not seem right. I haven't seen Rarity all day. I'm thinking, oh my god, I've been taking the blame this whole fucking time.
It was still your fault. I don't understand how she doesn't understand this. Whether Emily left it open or not, it was your responsibility to check, make sure that your animals were okay, and you didn't. You let almost 24 hours pass, or 24 hours, before she was like, hey, yeah, I do have a cat. Where is she?
I've been taking the blame this whole fucking time.
It's your fucking
Right, me
fault.
next. Well, that doesn't look good. She made a couple videos crying about Rarity. Were you off screen watching this, and what did you think? Because her acting is shite. I don't remember saying that. I mean, it's true. Her acting is shite. I've always thought that. I didn't buy she was genuinely sad. Nobody did that. That's not just me.
No.
I was home for a few of them.
And if we did see anything, it was because she was sad for herself about how this was going to make her look. Nothing to do with Rarity.
That she filmed, it was always after a fight between her and I. I think she wanted to take advantage of the tears and the crying and put it on camera.
Crazy.
She just wanted to venture out. I know she just wanted to see. No. Like, I don't know where the fuck she is, and it's been just like literally. Sorry.
I even asked her, why would you film right now?
So freaking performative. I give her Oscar, guys.
If you're this upset. Which she would get pissed, so I never mentioned anything about the vlogs. Yeah. She was obviously the expert and always knew what the right thing was to post. And I say, oh yeah, she's smashing YouTube. Right, sorry, bastard. Emily says, a person can only watch so many videos about Legos choosy, and the occasional bingo session before boredom sets in. She really doesn't do a whole lot of anything. And I say, I always thought her rarity videos seemed fake. Well, so
Dude, even your own lady is saying that. Can't you take this constructive criticism and do something with it?
Well, not just me, yeah. Usually when she knows she's in the wrong, but doesn't want to admit it, she's over the top and extra dramatic about things, yes. And she was definitely over the top. And I say, what was she like in the following weeks or however long? Was she sad about Rarity? Did she talk about Rarity? Oh, may as well. Also, not to bombard you, but I'll ask while it's just popped in my head and I'm still awake. I just saw a clip earlier today of you and her at the Billie Eilish concert, whatever she's called. Still don't know. You looked miserable. We did talk about her because I was actively searching for her. She would say how much she missed her every once in a while, but she definitely handled it better than I would have ever if I lost my pet.
Oh, that makes me miss Rarity. I miss her so much. Sorry, moment of silence.
Yeah.
She would cry sometimes, but she didn't cry like she did on camera about her. Oh, okay, right. I definitely feel like this was a huge distraction from the big fight that happened. Oh, yeah. It seemed to blow over faster than it should have. I wanted to keep it civil while she was here, while we were looking for the cat. That's when she tried signing up for therapy in Wisconsin to show that she was going to get help for how she acts.
I need to do therapy for BPD. So, I found a dude. Why did I say it like that?
We would argue on and off though, but she was actively trying to minimize her tantrums. I bought those tickets for her well before this happened. They were really expensive, and because they were in a premium seat, I couldn't resell them. I knew how much it meant to her to see Billy, so I took her. I tend to forgive too easily. At me again. So how did you get her to leave eventually? Because she told us she left because she was a grown-up and had an apartment or some nonsense. It was something stupid like that, wasn't it?
What was the real reason you went back to Oklahoma and didn't stay in Wisconsin? Because I have a whole ass apartment. I have a whole life here. I love my apartment. I love living alone in a responsible way. I belong here right now. So that is why we're currently in a long distance relationship. But I do see us moving in together in the future.
Didn't make sense.
I'm gonna marry Tommy. No, you idiot. Where you belonged is where your cat was. She could have just gotten a hotel room. She can pay for that. She could have found a hotel that accepted pets. She could have done so many things. But coming home and leaving your cat there is not acceptable.
Also, again, while it's in my head and I'm awake, I bet driving her home wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. I think that's when Mop Legs was born, wasn't it? The drive home.
That's so gross.
Mopping up the piss
Dude,
out of
that is
truck stop bathroom.
gross.
Oh, she's so gross.
Look at how freaking happy she looks. So freaking happy. You left your cat.
Man, oh. She couldn't keep up her normal behaviour for too long before her true self came out again, and we started arguing all the time. I finally got to the point where I couldn't take it anymore and told her she's going back home. I drove her back home to Oklahoma myself instead of waiting for her mom to come do it. I don't know why she was insistent on making it seem like it was her decision. Alright, why Amber was acting to us like, oh, it's my decision. Right, okay.
I don't want to talk about this, but I was in Wisconsin and I chose to come home myself because I love living by myself. Like, genuinely, Tommy didn't want me to leave. Tommy said I am welcome there forever.
It wasn't 18 hours. I drove 19 hours straight through and flew home but the next day. It took that long because of all the stops she had to take. Oh,
Holy fuck.
That was the longest drive of my life, figuratively and literally. Within the first hour of the drive, she was screaming at me so much that Twinkie freaked out and jumped under my feet on the driver's side floor. I was driving on the highway and I had to pull over because she won't come out. I don't even remember what she was mad at me about. I think it was a comment over me getting to choose the music on the radio since I was driving that long and she wanted to choose to listen to.
Have you enjoyed the ride so far?
I do. I like it. Even the music and everything.
Even the music.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
We had a
Do you
Billie
like it? Are
Eilish
you happy?
streak, yes.
That's what
And I
matters.
appreciate you guys taking me.
That's what matters.
Dude, I feel so sad. Like, I know Christine, her mom, is really messing up. But it makes me so sad for her when she, like, the way she asked that, are you happy? It seems so sincere. Like, she really wants to see her daughter happy. And I mean, I know Amber's the way she is because of everything that happened to her. But at the same time, she doesn't take responsibility for anything. I wish she would see at least, you still have your mom. You have your mom there that is willing to help you. Most of your ex-girlfriends don't even have their mom anymore. They be thankful for what you have and do something with it. But no.
No. Yeah, this is her again. After she was back home, she tried ringing me back in, saying she was going to therapy and actively working on it, and maybe the distance would be good to help us eventually be able to be together again without the fighting. We had a lot of on.
How can the freaking honeymoon stage be over so freaking fast? 3 months, 4 months.
And off again
Crazy.
stuff. think we all knew that as well, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Every time I
annoying
tried
as
to cut
hell.
things off after things were getting bad again, she'd always have some sort of health scare to bait me back in. Well, that doesn't sound like Amber at all, does it?
Yeah, because that's definitely what your girlfriend's gonna want. For y'all to be arguing and then for you to say, "Oh my God, I think something's wrong with me. Oh my God, I might have this, I may have that." Like, no, actually, that makes me kind of not even want it, even less. Now I have to deal with your health issues. The fuck, I barely know you.
So they're doing everything they can. She was like, "Oh, it just means like you could possibly have a blood clot. That's why we checked your blood."
And imagine how freaking even clingier she would be during this time. I would be losing my mind. I would have to block her.
What? I'm itching so hard. I am causing.
See, always
wealth.
fucking
Oh,
something.
and then I say that she's done that on you.
And then what did that turn out to be? It was most likely that she was experiencing that because of the new cat, Romeo. Such a freaking drama queen.
YouTube for years, gets found out or has some big drama, and then returns with, "Oh, hey guys, I have a new health issue." And also a poor Twinkie man. Anytime I've seen that dog on camera, they look terrified. I know why now. Again, I'm probably remembering wrong, but I'm sure Amber said she was on FaceTime with you when she was in a store with her mum when you ended it. Probably remembering it wrong, sorry, probably am. How did you end it and how did she take it? Both her pets would get scared during a tantrum. Wasabi would always run and hide in his little enclosed litter box when she would yell. I felt so bad for him. I feel bad for Twinkie too, being stuck inside 24/7. I had to say I have no idea about when or what time she's referring to about being in the grocery store. I might be remembering it wrong, probably am. I had to end it for a multitude of reasons. She obviously didn't take it well. There was a lot of threats made of trying to ruin my life if I said anything publicly of her online.
So you know what? I'm gonna fucking snowflake.
That is so freaking creepy. That is so creepy. Like, yo, I'm gonna ruin your life. Get back with me. Alicia, she looked bad in this still.
But if you share a video, which I have never shared screenshots of, if you share a video of me during a BPD meltdown where I'm half naked,
that could be blurred out, you know? That can easily be blurred out. We can definitely see the video. Emily, please. Please. Release the video. Release the Kraken. You can easily cover that up. Black bar, some blah blah blah. I don't know what I'm talking about. Just yeah, it can still be done.
due to your betrayal, that's when
Nah, that's not. No, we don't get to say that. Sorry.
suing will happen.
We're entice. I think you mean ensue. Freaking idiot.
Absolutely.
It's a soft love. It's a soft love, it really is. She still tries to reach out to me. Sometimes she's civil, and sometimes she's absolutely unhinged. You don't say. Emily again. She did do a lot of threatening anytime she felt like she didn't have control of the situation. I'm still worried she's going to totally lose it once she finds out I talk to you.
I should be fucking showering right now. I should be fucking washing my hair. I should be just
Amber, stop lying to us. We get it. You don't shower. Stop it. Stop talking about it.
Danny. I feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack right here.
She went live twice, just before bed and when she
I
woke up.
mean, the best she freaking ordered a cheeseburger after that. She stopped saying freaking so much.
When I watched that Beck and Destiny collab, I was shocked at the similarities. Yeah, it's the same MO, isn't it? Unless they're not giving all the details. I feel like she's gotten worse since then, not better. Maybe she was just rough on me because I didn't put up with her crap or fall for her manipulation. I do feel drained too. Oh, have I missed the message? Sorry. Anyway, I think I said I felt drained just listening to it, so it must be worse for her. I do feel drained too. It's not a time I like to think about or remember. It's all a lot. I appreciate you respectfully listening to what I have to say so I can share my side of the story and not let her control the narrative. Is that it? That's it.
Yeah, you see, the thing is that Amber now sees this as everybody loving Emily and saying that Emily can do no wrong. That is so freeing, and that is just so wild. But yeah, that is how she thinks. It's all black and white. No, we just want to know the truth. And unfortunately, in this situation, a feeder comes out looking better than you. I mean, y'all both suck. Yeah, you guys both suck. You guys both need to work on yourselves and be whole before you can be in a relationship. But I'm gonna say, Amber, you look even worse.
I'm just glad they were in order. Like I said, the first time, well, the only time I've went through them is when I was talking to Emily, and then I quickly put them up, and then I've done this. Right, that is it. Well, it's it for now. because I know she's gone live twice and blamed Emily for Rarity getting out. And today, I only caught a couple of clips, but she seemed very smug. So, the end of this video was meant to be me saying something along the lines of, Amber, take accountability, like you didn't do with Beck. Take accountability, say sorry, and genuinely try and improve. And this won't go away, but it'll be the end of it for me making videos, and for Emily. Emily just wanted to get this off her chest, and this would have been it. This would have been my only video, and Emily would have been done. However, because Amber is super smart, and acted very smug in today's live stream, and blamed Emily, Emily is rather pissed. And now it's not the end of it, which it was gonna be. So we're not done. I don't think we're done anyway. From the little bit of conversation I had with Emily today, I don't think we are done. And there is more to come out. Yeah. So yeah, just Amber shot herself in the foot by just having to come online and lie and act really smug. A lot of stuff there, yeah. You don't have to believe Emily. Loads of people won't. I'm sure some people will. But the messages, I'll just talk about it for another second. Yeah, there it is. So am I leaving? So she knows this is it now. Emily's not taking her nonsense. It's game over. I haven't been able to find Rarity all day. This is a 10:06. I need help finding her, please. I've been calling her name and looking everywhere all day. Looking everywhere. But then also says I didn't go to the back porch. Okay.
The area was just the 360 around her. That's it.
I didn't want to pester Emily too much because, like I said to her, it's draining listening to. I'm guessing people are drained listening to it now. So I didn't want to just ask her a million questions. But like I said, after the smugness of today, I've said, look, if you want to find more proof about anything, go for it. Go for it. Go through your phone. Do an Amber. Go through your phone. Anything you like. But yeah, anyway, I'm rambling. Emily is pissed. What a dumb move. Just come on camera, say sorry. And then I mean, we did it with Beck, didn't we? And I stupidly thought, I was the only one, I stupidly thought, oh, I'm going to get the arc I envisioned when I first started watching Amber. She's going to come good in the end. She's going to turn it around. Because she said she was going to take accountability. And I believed her?
How many times did you guys fall for any of her lies? I believed her for about 3 times. And it's embarrassing to admit now. But yeah, I was like, just freshly into the Amberlynn's world, and I was like, damn, freaking people are horrible, huh? And no, found out very, very promptly that what we were dealing with.
And she obviously didn't and blamed Beck for everything. Just did the clips I've seen of the live stream today, she did that with Beck. Just turned it around and said, oh, Beck did this. It was Beck who did all this. And yeah, like what I've seen today, oh, it was Emily.
She fumbled that so freaking bad.
Emily did this. All right, okay. Anyway, there's your messages.
Holy moly.
I don't think it's the end of it now. What a dumb move. Anyway, I'm rambling. Thanks very much, everybody. Amber, you're so... Why? Why act smug? Wrong move. Right, cheers, everybody.
Alrighty, well, good video from Amberlynn Reed's personal boogeyman. And yeah. Crazy. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this with me. This was a lot of fun for me. Yeah, and I hope you guys have a good night, good morning, afternoon, and I will see you very, very soon, right? Bye.